Hello everyone, and welcome to a special edition of Competitive Analysis. Starting tomorrow, we'll be posting one video a day, each day for the rest of the week. Each of these videos will be focusing on a different form of everyone's favorite adaptable Pokemon, Eevee. But before we get into each form individually, let's look at some things that all forms have in common with one another. Each form of Eevee has the same base stat total, 525. This also happens to be the base stat total of most final evolutions of starter Pokemon. Compared to other Pokemon in the game, the evolutions tend to have decently high stats overall. But each form focuses greatly in 3 stats and leaves the other 3 in the dust. All forms have their stats distributed in the same proportions as well, 130 for their highest, then 110, 95, 65, 65, and 60. How each form distributes its stats will determine what its primary role is in combat. For instance, Umbreon's stats lend it to being a tough wall, while Jolteon's stats are focused on blazing speed and high offense. Additionally, the evolutions are notorious for having very shallow move pools. In most cases, they have a decent stab attack with maybe a move or two that can work for type coverage. Outside of that, Eevee forms don't have very many offensive options and are typically used best in a support role. You and your opponent will often know very quickly what to expect from the various forms of Eevee, but thankfully, their stats can be high enough that they don't need to be fancy or tricky to succeed. If you plan on using any of the evolutions as a wall, expect to use Wish and Protect on them. This combination is the only way to keep many of the Eevee forms healthy, and each move is useful on its own. Wishes can be passed to help your team stay healthy, and Protect can be used to scout your opponent's attacks. As the week unfolds, we'll be focusing on a different evolution each day. The order of the videos was determined from usage statistics obtained from the online battle simulator Pokemon Showdown. Starting with Flareon tomorrow, each video will illustrate the next most popular Eevee form until the final video with the most frequently used evolutions will be released 1 week from today. Keep checking back to see your favorite form, as well as general strategies on using some of the most well-liked Pokemon in the entire game.